What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I had no intentions to be in the garage, just wanted to hang out, watch a movie or so, but I just couldn't sit still. So I'm here in the garage now, a little bit late. The sun's already faded, the clouds are out. It's gonna be raining this whole entire week, but I wanted to come out here today to start working on the JDM EF2 engine bay, only to realize I don't have all the sandpapers I need to start the preparation. So before I decided I was going to go to the paint shop, what I wanted to do today was pop off the gas cap from the JDM EF2, give it a good old clean and polished job, no ditty, and take it with me to the paint shop to see if they can try to paint match some paint, probably in a quart. You can get away with a pint, mix 1:1 ratio to paint the bay, but I decided I'm going to do underneath the hood, and I also want cans to use as touch-up in the future. The paint shop is probably already closed for the day and they don't open on the weekend, so I'm going to have to wait a couple of days before I go to the paint shop. But in today's video, I want to do just that. And then, if you guys haven't seen the last video, we showed you guys some new DTF prints, and I want to do a comparison video on these prints from 5 different companies that I ordered from. I want to show you guys how it looks on the DTF transfer, and then how it looks on a t-shirt. So we're going to print some t-shirts tonight here in the garage and show you guys a little bit of that. But first things first, let's go ahead and pop the gas cap off the JDM EF2. Look at the skies, guys. Super overcast. Take off the gas cap. There's only 2 10 mils on the lid hinges. I don't know if you guys can see it. A lot of swirl marks. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, when you start sanding a fresh clear coat to chop away the orange peel, and then some people prefer to have like the OE orange peel so they don't sand it too much, but when you don't sand it completely flat, you get that ripple effect look. That's what it looks like on here, and it looks like they didn't really cut it deep to get rid of those sand marks, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But I want to try to get this thing as shiny as possible and get rid of the swirl marks. So I'm just doing some basic stuff here. I'm gonna hit it with the clay bar to get the surface to be smooth, because it's kind of rough. Granted, it's sat for 2.5 years. And then I'm just gonna hit it with the white 3M and then the black one as well too, because I think the black is for dark color, and see how this thing looks. So let's hit it real quick. I'll put it on low speed to kind of spread it all out. And then I'm gonna hit this with the supersonic speed, probably 5. Polish it off. You want to use a clean microfiber, because if you have anything stuck on the microfiber, you can re-scratch the surface. Defeats the entire purpose of trying to get rid of all the scratches, you know? So don't be like me. Keep in mind, we did not sand this at all, and you can see this deep scratch right here in the middle. I don't know if you guys can catch it on the camera, but right there, you guys see that line right there? Yeah, we didn't sand this at all, but a lot of it taken off for the most part. You can see some really light swirls still in there. I just hit it really quick, but I'm going to give it a second pass before I move to the next compound. Ooh-wee. I'm definitely going to show you guys this polished surface versus the car's paint once we finish it. So let's go ahead and move over to the black compound 06094. Woo-wee. Okay. Night and day difference. All right, guys, check it out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I love that it looks black, right? And then in direct light, it's like Barcelona green, I think it is. It's like dark green flakes. So this thing looks freaking awesome, dude. Hopefully their camera can pick up the pigments to get us the correct color. I haven't even checked the door to see if there's like a color code, but I'll check right now. So right here on the hood of the car, you guys can clearly see the imperfection on the paint. Scratch marks, that orange peel sand mark. If you guys do like auto detailing or bodywork and paint, obviously, you guys know that sand mark I'm talking about, right? So this is what it looks like before. And then here's the gas cap treated, kind of. Night and day difference. You guys can kind of see the green as well too. Damn. If this car entirely looks like this, dude, when this whole build is done, this thing is gonna be freaking wet. I'm loving it. Sheesh. All right, let's see if there's a paint code sticker somewhere. On the driver's side, what do we have? Color G66P. I'm gonna go look that up real quick. I love these yellow microfibers so much that I got my yellow socks on today too. You know what I'm saying? Big bird having ass. Let's go. So I got all my detailing supplies put back in the cabinet. The garage is currently closed. Let's go ahead and dive into these DTF prints. Now, in the previous video, I've shown you guys some of these exclusive prints that I did for a limited run. And don't worry, guys, if you didn't get one, I will bring these back eventually. I just did these as sample prints and they turned out freaking awesome. So now I'm kind of wishing I got more to keep production going with these designs. Now I do have a bunch of other ones I haven't printed yet, but like I said, these were samples and currently I'm satisfied with them. Really quickly, before I clear out the table to compare the H2B design between the 5 companies that I have, I want to show you guys just a refresh from the previous video. My red all-wheel drive CRX. This was one of my fun cars that I had. Unfortunately, if you guys are in California, this car I got rid of it because it got state ref. Never really spoke on the backstory of it, but I got rid of it because it got state ref. So this is the design for it in remembrance of that car. And then we have the front logo as well too for your front left titty. Goes about right there. And then I don't know why, I only got 4 of the blue all-wheel drive sedan. So this is my current sedan build that is just hibernating outside. I got 4 of these with the front logos as well, and not entirely sure why this one I made it bigger. I think what I did with this one is I'm gonna keep one for myself, obviously, and then instead of doing the small left titty, I just did one big one for like a center one for myself. You know what I mean? Up front. Right here on the top, we have my Civic wagon that's outside, right-hand drive, K-turbo all-wheel drive. I only got a limited run of these guys as well too, or actually a lot of these. Front logo right here, static in old English, right? H2B, obviously we're going to be comparing to those guys. We have Project Blueberry, the one that got away. This was like one of my other fun builds that I started getting comfortable driving, but I had to sell it, so I sold it. Kind of regret it because of what happened with the car. But if I didn't sell this car, I wouldn't have built this car. So Project Blueberry, I got, I think, 9 of these based off the front logos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. Right here we have La Ponda. This was named by you guys because this car kept having a pond inside the car after a rainy night, and you guys named it Ponda, so I put it La Ponda. It was very fitting. A car that I bought that was for the body kit. It was blue, and then I restored it, made it back to factory, and then that's how I ended up selling the car. 88 HF 5-speed, one of my best daily commuter, but had to sell that. So this one also has the front logo, La Ponda, up in the front, something like that. So these are some of the exclusive prints that I'm gonna do limited runs on. Right now I'm just gonna go ahead and stack them and put them away so we can lay out the 5 companies on the table to show you guys some comparison on the quality of the image, the quality of it on a t-shirt, and I'm also going to talk about the prices as well too. Turn the heat press on real quick. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes to get this thing up to 325. I did do the research between the 5 companies just to make sure I got all the prices and everything correct before I talk out of my booty hole. No diddy. So all 5 companies are laid out on the table, and I kind of already have them in the order that I feel like the quality is fitted for me. So we have Ninja Transfer out of LA, which I think is like more San Bernardino area. We have Fine T Prints Customs out of Lathrop, which is about 45 minutes from me. We have Gracie Prints on Demand out of Los Angeles, and they actually have multiple locations because this is a big company. Pro Colors out of Texas, which whether this thing turns out good or not, probably not going to order from them because that's quite a ways out. California DTF out of Richmond, California, which is about 45 minutes north of me, and this is actually the only one that I've printed so far because I was waiting for these other 3s to show up. So right off the rip, right on the transfer paper itself, right? So like I said, the biggest thing for me is all the little details, like the wheels specifically, because there's a lot of black going on in here, and you can see the details of the wheel itself. The vacuum lines, the clutch lines, everything you can clearly see, very detailed, and this thing has that like vibrance of a color, because if you kind of look over here, you can see the charge pipe is all a different shade, right? So that's why I have Ninja Transfer as number 1, and after printing it on a t-shirt, everything is like just as perfect as it is right here on the transfer sheet. So going from Ninja Transfer to the second one that I've already pressed on the t-shirt over there, again, the biggest thing for me is all the black points. So if you look, you can barely see the wheels, right? Not as bad as this one right here, but it's still kind of hard to see the design of the wheels. Also coming up over here, you can see that it is a little hard to see all the vacuum lines, the black and the grays and everything. But, you know, realistically, it's not too shabby. The only problem is that this thing has a weird tint to it. Now, I don't have a lot of lighting, but you can see that this thing has like a yellow or a green tint compared to the other ones. So really quickly, just to compare to number 1 on the list, you can see the difference, right? And then I'll take you over to the t-shirt real quick. You can clearly see that that has a different tint. That's California DTF out of Richmond, California. And like I said, they probably have better colors and stuff on a different design, but because I'm specifically looking for this one, this is right now currently number 5 on my list. Now, after getting this one, I believe I had these 2 on the way, and then this is the last one that showed up. So these 2 have not printed yet, and I am going to print it today. But these 2 right here, real quick, this one right here, Pro Colors out of Texas. The print on this company right here kept a lot of the details and everything a little bit more clearer than this one over here. And again, the biggest thing for me is the wheels. It's kind of dark. I mean, it's kind of like this one here, except it's not a tinted image. You know what I mean? And I listed this one as number 2 just because it's from Texas, because going to the Gracie Prints out of LA, these 2 are just about the same, right? Just about the same, all the little details and everything. Mind you guys, this is a little bit bigger than these 2 because I was able to fit more. So the sizing difference is 1 inch, so you disregard that. But I would say that these 2 are kind of the same, except this is number 3 because it's out of Los Angeles. This took 7 days. This took, I believe, 5 days, 6 days, or this one took 5, this one took 7, right? Because it's a little further, and then this is also a busy company. I wish this thing would came faster just because it's from California, but it is a big company and they do get super duper busy. This one looks like all the details are, like I said, just as good, except it is still a little dark on the wheels like this guy here, but you know, like I said, because from California, it's number 3. I would probably buy from this company again, only because the price comparison, and I'll show you guys that here when we're all said and done. But we're going to be pressing this one as well too, because like I said, I want to compare all this on a t-shirt and see how it all look then. And there you guys have it, man. My nephew's opinion on these t-shirts. Number 3, 4, 5, we thought exactly the same, but his 1 and 2 is flipped from mine because he literally went into the details of the t-shirts. So we're gonna print these 2, and then moving on to the one that I just got yesterday. This is from Fine Tee Custom out of Lathrop, which is about 45 minutes east of me. And right off the rip, like, I can see the wheels a lot more than these 3 other companies. Not as, you know, clear and detailed as Ninja, but really good, really good. And like I said, all the little details, if you look, they're all there. The black and grays, it's kind of hard with the shadow of the GoPro, but the details are there. I will say that these 3 colors are about the same. This one's tinted, but this one still has that vibrant of a color, right? So you can kind of see the grays are a little different. This is like really white. This is a little creamish, but not as yellow and tinted as that one. So I would definitely buy from them again, because this actually showed up in about 3 days, and I did order on the weekend. So 3 days, business days, it showed up a lot faster than these other ones over here, as well as this one, because Los Angeles. But I would definitely order from this again, and I've shown you guys all these other prints right here. And like I said, if it wasn't this design and if it was something else, dude, it came out freaking amazing, like freaking perfect, right? So definitely I'm not talking down these other companies because they might be closer to you guys, but I will say that if you design something differently than what I'm doing here, it might come out even better than what I'm speaking upon right now. Just an example of this company right here, California DTF. I did do a wagon one right here just to fill up the gang sheet, and let me tell you the difference between this one and Fine Tees. So let me grab this wagon one right here just to show you guys the difference. Do you guys see the tint? That's the tint that I'm talking about. This is the same PNG file, same design, one tinted, one not. So Fine Tees Customs, definitely will be rocking with them again. But like I said, we're gonna put all of these onto t-shirts, or at least these 3, because I've already have these 2 on the wall, and see how it goes. So let me go ahead and pull some t-shirts out and start prepping to get these guys all pressed on. Those limited prints that I have, I'm probably gonna do it on pocket tees and white tees, but the black tees is what I'm gonna use like after the fact moving forward. But for right now, because we're doing the H2B design, I'm going to use up my black tees as of right now. So I got 6 large, 7 XL, 9 2X, 14 3X, and because I got 14 of those, I'm gonna use 1 3X for the bigger print. This one I believe is about 1 inch bigger than the other 2 out of the 3 that we're going to be printing right now. So let's go ahead and get this thing prepped on a press. Logo first. Now let's go ahead and do the rear. Whew, that looks good. Alrighty. All right, first up, Gracie Prints on Demand. Gracie print is a hot peel, so I'm gonna peel it off right away. Ooh, nice and easy. Dude, looks freaking awesome. Let's do this for another 15 seconds. My machine is set up on 20, so I'm kind of holding it up to about 15. There we go. Wow, okay, so I was a little worried about that shiny DTF. It came out freaking awesome on the t-shirt. Not shiny at all, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and hang this up and let it cool off while we start on the next one. So I'm gonna go ahead and hang this one right here. Gracie Prints. Oh dude, that looks good. That looks really good. Okay. Front logo. This is a size large. So the next one we're gonna do is Pro Colors out of Texas. Somewhere there. Let's get it. This company is also a hot peel, so you can peel it off right away. Alrighty, so one thing I noticed is after that press, I don't know if you guys can see the spots on the paper right there. I'm not entirely sure what all that little spotting is. It just literally formed after the press released. And I will say that there are some weird little blemishes on the image itself. So, not sure what happened there. I'll go ahead and hit this one more time for 15 seconds. Huh. Surprisingly, after that second press, all those little blemishes disappeared. So that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off, let it cool off on the rack. So we're gonna be doing our last print. So this is our last print right here, Fine Tees Custom out of Lathrop. Let's see how this goes. So according to their instruction, 310 Fahrenheit, I'm at 325. We're at about maybe 320, 315. And it is a hot or a cold peel. So we can peel this off right away. Woo, that is solid. Loving it. Give it another 15 seconds. It says 7, so I'm gonna give it 10 actually. So on the timer. This dude is just chilling right here. So if you guys get t-shirts with cat fur on it, that guy right there. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a hanger on here and let it cool off, and then I'm gonna lay it all out for you guys. I'm also gonna have my nephew come in here to kind of give me his opinion on which one is the best to the least. So I'm really curious to see if he can see the differences on these prints. We're gonna go ahead and do the front logo. I think I'm gonna do the wagon design because, like I said, it's for me, and the wagon is like one of my other pride and joys. So let's go ahead and get this pre-pressed. Go ahead and cut a front logo. I don't have the tape to hold this in place, so I'm literally just using my fingers. Here we go. Simple. Ooh, I really like the gray. It was kind of hard to see in the print how gray this is, but it's definitely gray. Ooh, that's like the same color as my wagon. Let's go. Give it another 15. Little countdown before we click it. Here we go. One of you guys told me that you can cut down time if you put the parchment paper directly to the platform. So I got some magnets right there. I had to buy another sheet because this is a 16 by 20 and this sheet is 16 by 20. So it didn't have enough lip to like fold over. So that was a smart idea to do. Thank you for whoever left that comment. Alrighty. Ooh, that looks good. Now let's go ahead and do the back side. Center right there. Alrighty, here we go. Easy. Oh, that looks good. Oh man, man, oh man, oh man. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on a hanger. I am done printing for tonight. I'm gonna let this cool off, turn my machine off, And we're gonna get all the H2B design between the 5 companies lined up so we can get a good comparison. Always in the garage when I'm in here. Always trying to find a way to get up on the table. So I tried calling him Wee Tech. My mom started naming him Boba. Aboba. If you guys are Cambodian, you guys know that A part in the beginning. Aboy, Aboba. This fool's name is Aboba. And granted, he spends a lot of time inside the house instead of outside. My mom's been calling him Boba. So she calls him my Boba, I call him my bullshit. Okay guys, so I got all my lights turned on right now, even my 2 little flashlight, just so we can see all 5 prints side by side. Now, I will say they don't look bad at all. From the 5 to the 1, right? When you're looking at it like this, you can clearly see it's a CRX. You can clearly see it's an H2B setup. You can clearly see all the details as far as dipstick, the manifold, the turbo, all that shenanigans. So let's get a little bit closer and why I rated these what they were. So right off the rip, again guys, number 1 for me is Ninja Transfer, just because of how detailed, vibrant, and true the colors are. This is definitely on the top of the list for prints, and I'm sure there's a ton of other companies out there worldwide, but from my experience on these 5 companies, Ninja Transfer has number 1 spot for me. Now I said number 2 was going to be Fine Tees, because the details are there and it's a lot more like, you can see a lot more with Fine Tees opposed to these other 3. But now that I have it on the print, I do notice that it has a slight tint to it, but not as tint as this one here. So the details on the wheels was my biggest thing, and you can see the design much more clear than this one, than this one, than this one, right? Sorry about the shadow, but the fact that it has the details in it is why I put it as number 2. But now, even after seeing it after the print on the t-shirt, it does have a slight yellow tint to it, but like I said, still completely visible on the entire image itself. The design doesn't feel like paper, which is freaking good, and it doesn't have that scratchiness to it. Going to number 3, which was Gracie print. Everything about it looks good. Now this doesn't have a slight tint like this one does. It's close to number 1, but still not there as far as, again, the black spots, the details. It's hard to see the wheels. It's hard to distinguish some of the grays and blacks all the way up here on the vacuum line and stuff, but nonetheless, still a good print. And I wouldn't even mind buying from this company again, because like I said, Gracie prints, the price point, you guys are going to be very surprised when I show you guys on the notepad over there. But that takes number 3. Number 4 is Pro Colors, which is this one here. The reason why I say this is 4 on the bottom of the list is because definitely more clearer than this, right? But now that I've printed it on a t-shirt, I don't know if it's a setting that they prefer or just the transfer or the quality in general. I don't know why it has all these little weird, like, I don't know what that is. I really don't. And this is the first time I've seen it. I kept the paper right here, Pro Colors. So if you look on the transfer sheet, you can see all those little spots on there. I don't know if that's water, moisture. I don't know if that's just some sort of imperfection, but whatever this is, it transferred over to the image and you can see it clearly all over, right? I thought it was gone when I pulled it off, but now that I'm looking at it, it's literally like somebody sprinkled glitter on this one. So number 4, and then obviously number 5, the super yellow tinted one, obviously, right, compared to these, compared to those tinted, this is number 5 for me as far as this t-shirt design goes. They all feel super light on the prints, which is what I'm happy about. The one in the back feels really heavy, right? This is the sample print, but for me, that's just my honest rating on it. I'm sure if I did a different design, it might look better or worse, but I mean, I would definitely buy from them again, but because I have option 1, 2, and 3, I'll definitely get those before 4 and 5. So that's the prints, and you know, I think I have a good idea of what company I'm gonna go with. But before I even get into the prices, let's get my nephew out here real quick.
I do this one number 1 being like the best, or number 5 being the best?
One being best, 5 being the least.
This would be 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Because
you already did this one. How can this be 2?
wait. 5. I forgot my rating.
You said 5, 4, 3, and then this is 2, and then that's 1. Okay.
Because the bolts actually look like metal, as opposed to these ones, and this one it kind of shows up as well as being metal.
Okay, that's pretty close. So here's my rating. 5. You rated 5. This is 4. I rated 4. I rated that one 3. You did 3. You did this one 2, 1. For me, it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Why? Because if you look, this is the actual color of the car.
Yeah.
Right? So the last thing real quick is to go through the prices before we wrap it up here in the garage, because I feel like this video has been running on for quite some time. So I have them in the order that I've kind of rated them as: Ninja Transfer 1, Fine Tees number 2, Gracie Print on Demand 3, Pro Color Transfer 4, California DTF 5. So off the rip, Ninja Transfer is my first company that I came across, and I literally bought like a 5-foot, which I believe a 5-foot is, it's $50. Now my cart was a lot more than that because I bought all my first consumables, the parchment paper, the alignment tool, and just a few other miscellaneous stuff, which was like $80-something. But $49.99 for a 5 feet, and their biggest sheet that they offer for the gang is 30, and it is $180. I also threw the 20 feet in here because I want to compare all the prices together, but a 20 feet is 130, and then a 22 by 30 is 180. Not bad, because such a freaking awesome print, right? Number 2, Fine Tee Customs. Fine Tee Customs, oddly enough, only comes with a 16 wide and not a 22 like everybody else. So 16 by 240, which is 20 feet, is only $115, and this landed as number 2 on my list, obviously. Only $15 difference. You know, if it came down to it, if I want that quality, I mean, I would spend the extra $15, but granted, this is in LA. Fine Tees is about 45 minutes from me, so I'd get this a lot sooner than this guy, right? Gracie Print on Demand landing in number 3 on the spot, which is this far right hand right here. 22 by 180, which is 15 feet, is only $25. That's insane, right? So $25, and the highest gang sheet they got is 30 feet, and it's only $50. Now, I would definitely buy from them again. Even though they're in California, it did take quite a bit for it to ship to me. It took about 6 days, I believe it was. And I can understand it's such a big company. You know, everything goes in order, first come, first serve basis. But realistically, that's a stupid ass deal, right? Would I buy from them again? 100%. Honestly, I might even do some of these fun prints right here and using that company just to see the quality, because like I said, I'm only comparing this H2B design between the 5 companies, so it may differ if I uploaded something a little more vibrant, right? So I might try it out again from Gracie Prints. I'm not in a rush for it, so you know, 6 days is whatever. Number 4, Pro Color Transfer. This right here is from Texas. I rated this one number 4 just because they're in Texas, only because of the wait time, and you know, I'd rather have something closer to me. So I bought the 22 by 24 at $9, $8.50, and my first print, it came with all those little specs off the DTF sheet. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. I do have another one that I can try to press to see if that doesn't persist again, but 1, because of this little specs, 2, because in Texas, it's number 4 for me. So $9 for a 22 by 24 inch. And then the biggest sheet they have is 30, which is at $125. Not too shabby. It's 10 more bucks than fine. And then it's obviously a big jump, like $60 to the Ninja Transfer for the 30 feet. Last on the list, number 5, California DTF out of Richmond, California. 22 by 240, 20 feet is $145. I only bought, I think I bought the smallest one that they had, which, let me see here. I think I also bought a 22 by 24, right? So 14, 30. And then going to the biggest sheet that they had was a 26 feet at $191, which is $11 more than Ninja Transfer, right? And Ninja Transfer is 30 feet versus 26. So they're 20 feet in comparison to the other one. Their 20 feet is 145. That's quite a bit for me, to be honest with you, because now that I've rocked these other companies and seen their prices, like you can save a ton of money going with these other companies, right? And they're bottom of the list just because they have that tint. Again, if I did a different print and it comes out solid, it might just be that image. I'm not sure, but definitely on the bottom of the list just because of that tint. I'm overall pretty satisfied with the prints because they all look good from afar. If you look at it, man, you can clearly see what those are, right? So I'm not mad about it, especially because the ones that are rated down low, I didn't spend a lot of money on it. And oddly enough, the one that did spend quite a bit of money on are the ones that are rated 1, 2, and 3. So definitely will buy from Ninja Transfer, Fine Tees, and Gracie Print on Demand again in the future. So that's my honest rating, guys. And I'm sure there's a ton of other companies in California out there that may have some quality print as well, maybe even be closer to me. I just haven't found them yet. But so far, that's my top 3. I'm excited. I'm excited because we've kind of narrowed it down a lot, and the vision is a little more clear. And I think we're just about ready to get rolling on these exclusive prints that I have on the table, right? These are going to be printed after payment first, so I know what size you're needing, what color, because I'm going to do black and white for right now, what I have in those boxes, and then I'm going to print them on the go. That's the game plan, just to save me time on wasted material. That's what we're going to do. But stay posted, flip the notification bell on. When I'm ready to do this, you guys will know. So be fast with those fingers. So anyways, guys, we're going to wrap it up for this video right here. I hope you guys enjoy a little bit of this t-shirt ordeal I've been trying to get myself into, and a little bit of polishing the gas cap for the JDM EF2. Hopefully we can get some paint soon. If you guys enjoyed this one, be sure to leave a thumbs up. And if you guys want to stick around for JDM EF2 engine bay preparation, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.